Rafael Zuniga. Welcome to the Triple Crown Ballroom at Jackie Gons Plaza Hotel in Las Vegas, Nevada. Tonight, MSG Boxing's road show continues as we present Fight Night. Hello again, everyone. I'm Bruce Beck along with Gil Clancy. Welcome to Fight Night. This evening we feature the WBC Continental America's Featherweight Championship between Kevin Kelly and Rafael Zuniga. And Gil, I know it's always special for you to come back to Las Vegas, the entertainment capital of the world.
Well, Bruce, it's just an absolutely great fight time. Emil Griffith, my former champion, had some great fights here. Probably the greatest fight I was involved in, though, was George Foreman and Ron Lyle. It was just a great fight. This is a great fight town.
Well, let's talk about tonight's action. Let's begin with Kevin Kelly, who was 24-0 as a professional. And Gil, tonight he steps up in class.
Yes, he does, Bruce, but he's settling down. He's a southpaw. He's settled down, showing experience every time out. But he is in a tough fight. And, you know, I may be related to the guy he's fighting. My former middleweight champion, Rodrigo Valdez, is Rafael Zuniga's uncle. So I guess there is a little bit of a relationship there. And, you know, these Colombian guys can fight. So Kelly's in for a tough contest.
Zuniga has lost only once in 28 professional fights, and that was to Marcos Villasana. He's not as busy as other South Americans, though, Gil.
Well, you know, when Valdez was champion, most of the guys down there copied his style. So I asked the Colombian trainer, does Zuniga fight the way Valdez does? He says, absolutely not. He's a safety-first guy, a very, very good boxer, but he'll give Kelly trouble.
Also tonight in action, the #2 ranked featherweight in the world, Ricardo Cepeda. He comes off the loss, and there's that name again, Marcos Villasano for the championship. How does Cepeda start and regroup tonight?
Well, you know, Bruce, I thought he won that fight, so he is walking around. He's on the top of the list right now. I don't think he has to do anything better than he did do before to become champion of the world for the first time.
And another fighter you're sure to see this evening, bantamweight Clarence Bones Adams. He's 17 years of age, Gil. He's fought 19 times in 19 months.
Well, you know, he always makes me look bad, Bruce, because I think they overwork the kid. I keep saying it, but he keeps making me look bad because he looks better every time out.
So it's a big night of professional boxing from Las Vegas, Nevada, and we look forward to sharing the action with you tonight. It should be a good one. Welcome back to Las Vegas. Our opening bout of the night, 10-round bantamweights, Clarence Bones Adams and Mario Lozano. And right now, to introduce the fighters, let's go up to ring announcer Chuck Hall.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Triple Crown Ballroom of Jackie Gons Plaza Hotel in Las Vegas, Nevada, where tonight AF Boxing Promotions, Alex Freed promoter, in association with Madison Square Garden Boxing, presents Championship Boxing. These bouts are sanctioned by the Nevada State Athletic Commission, Luther Mack, chairman. The commissioners are Dr. James Nave, Bruce Lane, Dr. Elias Ghanem, and Nat Caraselli. The executive director is Chuck Minker. The officials assigned by the Nevada State Athletic Commission for the next bouts of the evening. The judges are Art Lurie, Al Siciliano, and Cindy Barton. The timekeeper is Al Bisick. Counting at the knockdowns, James Cavan. The attending physicians at ringside, Doctors Flip Pomansky and Robert Voy. And your referee is Toby Gibson. The next bout of the night featuring 10 rounds of boxing in the bantamweight division. Introducing, in the blue corner, fighting out of El Paso, Texas, weighing in at 120 pounds with a professional record of 32 wins, 17 defeats with 20 KOs. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Mario Lozano. And in the red corner, from Carmi, Illinois, he too weighed 120 pounds. His professional record consists of 17 wins, no defeats, 1 draw with 10 KOs. Introducing the undefeated 17-year-old Clarence Bones Adams.
Which one of you two are the chief second for the corner? Okay.
So the third man in the ring for this opening bout is Toby Gibson. The rules of the Nevada State Athletic Commission are in effect tonight. Scoring done on a 10-point must system by 3 judges. The referee does not score. There is no standing 8 count. The 3 knockdown rule is not in effect, and a fighter can be saved by the bell only in the final round. Clarence Bones Adams making his debut in Nevada. 6 states allow him to fight now at the age of 17. Kansas, Missouri, Michigan, Tennessee, South Carolina, and Louisiana. But tonight, the Nevada State Athletic Commission making an exception based on his experience and his record to date. Bones Adams in the black trunks and Mario Lozano in the red trunks. This one is scheduled for 10.
And you know, Bruce, again, here's Bones Adams, 17 years of age. He's in with a guy that's had 49 professional fights. A good, solid record. Almost 2 wins to every loss. So it is a good test for Bones Adams.
This is Lozano's 9th professional season. His last fight, he was knocked out in the second round by Jamal Hinton, who was a fine fighter in his own right. That was September 21st in Washington. Bones Adams lands a solid right hand. Doesn't take Adams long to start. He's landed a multitude of punches already in this first round.
Oh, he's a very, very aggressive kid, Bruce, and he puts his punches together well, changes from body to head. He really looks like he's been fighting, and I think he has been fighting for at least 10 years.
Since he was about 5.
Well, that's a little more. How do you do that? 17?
12.
My 12 years, okay.
Lozano landing a solid left and backing up Bones Adams.
Not only backed him up, but staggering him, Bruce. Very nearly went down from that punch.
So Mario Lozano early.
Punch it out, come on, punch it out, come on. Come on, punch it out. Stay outside.
That's about as close as you're going to see a fighter getting nailed and not getting knocked down. He very nearly went to the canvas.
Bones Adams has moved up to the 10-round class, the last 5 fights.
There you can see how beautifully he puts those punches together. Throws that left hook underneath, back up on top, then he'll change off and go the other way.
Says he's even been working on a little bit of southpaw. I don't know if we'll see it tonight. Good body glove by Adams. And Lozano again showing his left. Coming up on 30 seconds in this first round of the scheduled 10-round bout. Lozano picking off those few punches from Adams. And a combination. First the right, then the left. So Bones Adams has eaten a lot more leather than usual in this first round. Well, an entertaining first round. The babyface bantamweight Clarence Bones Adams hooking up with Mario Lozano in this bantamweight bout from Jackie Gons Plaza Hotel in Las Vegas.
And in Bones Adams' corner, they told him to box. Put his punches together and box. Keep his hands high.
Biggest punch of that first round was the left landed by Lozano.
Lozano's got a very, very dangerous left hook.
There's a double jab by Adams. Is that what you're talking about?
But Bones Adams is a guy, he's going to have to do that. Try to outpoint this guy. Be patient. Don't look to get the guy out of there right away. Because when you can look to nail a guy, you can get nailed yourself.
Lozano shrugging off that last punch, telling Bones it didn't bother him.
That's when it does bother him, Bruce. I noticed when Bones Adams throws that left jab, he drags the punch across his body and drops that left hand. That can be very dangerous.
Adams 9-0 in 1990, 9-0-1 in 91. His regimen is a fight, a week off, 3 weeks of training, and then a fight.
And his father says that he doesn't work him too hard. He gives him Sundays off.
That's right. He gets Sundays off, Gil. He said you should take it easy on him.
Well, I believe in letting a young kid grow, you know. Take it a little slower.
But at the same time, Gil, he's focusing his energy on a positive thing, boxing, and you've always said it keeps kids off the street.
Yes, it certainly does.
There's a combination and solid body blows landed by Bones Adams. And now Lozano's just lunging forward a bit and not throwing as many punches.
Well, Lozano's the guy you have to worry about him landing one big punch. He's not going to outpoint. There's that left hook now. He's not going to outpoint Bones Adams. And all he did with that punch was wake up Adams. But you see again, Adams takes that lead to the right and he throws that left jab. He's susceptible for a right-hand counter over that left jab that he's throwing.
40 seconds to go in round 2. Lozano swinging wildly, looking for the knockout blow.
You know, Bruce, tomorrow's only Wednesday. Do you think that Bones Adams' father will have him back in the gym, or will he give him the day off?
No, he'll be back in the gym. Another dig to the body landed by Adams.
November keeps the full.
Now here you can take a look at Bones Adams. You see that lean to the right. That leaves him susceptible, and there he gets nailed with that left hook.
This is round 3, scheduled for 10. We're at Jackie Gons Plaza Hotel in Las Vegas. Clarence Bones Adams in the black trunks. Mario Lozano in the red trunks with the white trim.
And between rounds, Bones Adams told his cornerman, he says, man, that guy can punch. And that's exactly what we're talking about. He has to worry about getting nailed with that one big punch. There he's throwing those nice combinations again.
3 or 4 punches before moving on. Bones was a much storied amateur. 12 national titles in 10 years, a record of 168-4.
Well, you know, Bruce, we were talking about boxing and his dedication, keeping a kid off his feet. And that is correct. But as hard as he works and as long as he's been working, you have to think that he might get burned out at an early age and start looking for other interests. That's what I mean when I say that they really push this kid and he's working hard. As long as he keeps this enthusiasm, I mean, there's nothing wrong with it.
And who's to say that he might not ascend early and then retire early? He does move his feet beautifully.
Well, the only thing I don't like the way he flicks that left jab out. He drops that left hand again and he leans over to his right when he does it. His jab would be stiffer if he was pointing his left knee at the guy when he jabs.
3-punch combination put together there by Adams, and he responds with the jab. Oh, good combination by Bones. And the left hook knocks down Lozano.
5, 6, 7.
Lozano is not getting up.
Beautiful short left hook by Bones Adams. Beautiful left hook. Hey, that kid proves me wrong every time, Bruce.
What
it's
an
better
ending.
and better.
Bones Adams with a 3-punch combination kill out of nowhere, and he ends it.
Well, he just seems to have that enthusiasm, that dedication.
And we were focusing on Lozano throwing the one big punch. Here it is, Adams, more of the boxer of the two, and he shows the power.
Beautiful short left hook. Picture punch.
Adams has KO'd 7 of his last 9 opponents. He began his career with no knockouts in his first 5 fights, so there's no doubt that his punching power is improving.
And let's take a look at the way Adams set him up. He threw that left jab that I don't like. There's that right hand. And here comes that left hook behind the right hand. And that's exactly what a well-trained fighter is supposed to do. Anytime you throw that right hand, come back with that left hook. Now here's a lesson for guys. I didn't like the jab. Here's the right hand and back with the hook. And that's what you do when you're a well-trained fighter. It's automatic for that hook to come back. All those hours in the gym paid off again for Bones Adams.
So knockout number 11 for Bones Adams, who runs his record to 19-0-1. Young man from Carmi, Illinois. That's 120 miles from St. Louis, Missouri. At 45 miles from Evanston, Illinois. And he's putting Carmi on the map.
Yes, he certainly is. And this kid, the way he looks right now, he can put any place on the map.
Negro Gonzalez working the corner along with Clarence Adams, Sr., Bones' dad. Let's get the announcement from Chuck Hall.
Ladies and gentlemen, the time, 2 minutes, 3 seconds of the third round. Referee Toby Gibson stops the bout. The winner by a TKO and still undefeated, Clarence Bones Adams.
So it was ruled a TKO before the count was completed at about 8. Toby Gibson, the referee, said that is all. And Adams rolls on. 17-year-old phenom, teenage terror, Bones Adams, a winner again. We'll be welcome back to Fight Night. Clarence Bones Adams may only be 17 years, 4 months, but he shows a wealth of experience and knowledge. Look at this beautiful combination. Nailing Mario Lozano in the third round en route to a TKO. Gil Clancy's in the ring standing by with Bones. Gil?
Hey, Bones, congratulations.
Thank you.
Dad, congratulations. One question, Dad. You're going to give him tomorrow off. I know it's not Sunday, but can he have tomorrow off?
We're off on vacation. We're going to California after this.
Bones, you know, I keep lobbying to get you time off.
Yeah.
But your father keeps making you work, but he's right and I'm wrong because you look better every time out.
Well, I don't know about this performance because, you know, I got buckled because I was lazy. I underestimated him, and hopefully it'll turn out better. You know, I'll work on that.
Well, you know, you were fighting an experienced guy, a guy with 49 professional fights. I heard you tell him in the corner, boy, this guy can really punch. But, you know, your combinations and your training in the gym, you know, I have to give the public a secret. You asked him what punch you knocked him out with.
Yeah.
And all it was, it's automatic. You're taught to throw that right hand and a left hook behind it, and that's what your father does with you all the time, and that's the way you got the result. It was a good, short left hook. Dad, you did a heck of a job.
Appreciate it, Gil, because this is what we was looking for, that big puncher, to see how you do. Another question answered.
But, you know, I said while the fight was going on, the only chance Lozano had was if he nailed you with a big punch. Instead, you were the guy that nailed him with a big punch. You get better every time out. Now, Dad, let's get the schedule straight. Is he going to get a week off now and then come back and start to train?
He always gets a week off after every fight. By fighting him regular like this, he's not as hard to keep in shape. So his next fight's in December. But we're going a week off right now.
Bones, you know, as long as you keep this enthusiasm up, you're going to get better and better. Do you ever get bored going to the gym?
Well, no, because I know it'll pay off, and instead of these guys 40 years old and fighting, maybe I could retire young and have fun for the rest of my life.
You know, that's exactly what Bruce Beck said. Now, congratulations, guys, and let's get back to the genius of ringside, Bruce Beck.
Thank you, Gil. In the 1940s, Tony Gennaro was the babyface battler. In recent history, Wilfredo Benitez of Puerto Rico